Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for being here and clicking on the video, stopping by day in, day out. Maybe you're here for just this video. Maybe you're here each and every day for 1, 2, 3 videos that come out, sometimes 4. You never know. But I appreciate you being here nonetheless. Today we are going to listen to this singer. I've never heard of her, but we're going to listen to Rumer, how I believe you pronounce her name. I could be incorrect, but we're going to listen to this track, Thankful. This is coming off of her debut album, Seasons of My Soul, which was released in 2010. We're listening to this because this was suggested and sponsored by Sheldon. So thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the support. I do see that several of you had also suggested her in the comments, Summertime Blues. So Max Sir, Guy Eternal, Dave over across the sea in London, Prague Queen, Patrick, Robert Willoughby, and Dr. Morbius as well. So thank you guys so much for the recommendation. Let's go ahead and pull up the song. We'll discuss it a little bit after. Here we go. I love the stand-up bass already.
It's the first breath of springtime, and a warm wind picks up the fallen blossom and sails in circles down the street. A lady cycles past with her hair in braids as they're pulling down the awnings to the train station cafe.
Love that inhale of bass and piano.
I'm alive and I'm thankful for this time. I'm alive and I'm thankful for this time. 6 o'clock summer afternoon. Next door's kids are playing in the yard. I'm doing the dishes out the window and the radio's playing Superstar. And the sun falls down.
Very nice streets.
On the garden next door, where 2 young boys are fighting till a woman appears at the door. And the fires and the fog and the falling leaves, all under October's sky. You walked me home in the cold after closing time as the leaves rushed by. How I want to be loved, how I need to be loved. Now that I've found you, I'd do anything for you. In the forest of angels, that's where we laid you down. And I can hear you whisper when the first frost falls on the ground. You're alive, just be thankful for this time. You're alive, just be thankful for this time.
It's Sunday, 5:38, and sun is like starting to come down a little bit. Leaves are falling down outside quite a bit. If this was the last song that I was going to record for today, this would be a perfect way to cap off my recording session. This would be a wonderful way just to settle down. This is a song you listen to while you have a warm cup of something in your hand and you're just sipping, thinking, reflecting. And I like this a lot. Her singing, her delivery, I can't help but say it. Her delivery is, to me, somewhat reminiscent of Joni Mitchell, but not fully diving into that particular spectrum. But there's certainly I would say, a certain respect given when she's doing that, and I like that delivery a lot. Something's spoken to, rather than sung about. You know, there's actual direction in the way she sings. There's a subject, us, but something more, I feel like, formal towards her and personal towards her that she's singing to. And I really like that when that comes through in the music. And her voice is absolutely lovely. Now, I said that this was released in 2010. She has the voice of one of those kind of classic singers of like the 60s and 70s. And I'm thinking like, I guess, Joni Mitchell, Linda Ronstadt, and Karen Carpenter, like artists in that vein. And I really love how that's brought into something a little bit more modern, but with a respect and homage to those times as well. The piano playing was really nice, and I love the kind of inhale, I would say, the musical inhale of when the bass came in, when that double bass, bum 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 bum, because it came in. She delivers her words, ba 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 ba, and then bum 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 bum, and then the piano would exhale with her and like push it back out with her words, and then she would take a break, inhale so she could sing, and during the inhalation, bum 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 bum. Like, it was just a really nice back and forth in a specific swing. I really like that. And it wasn't necessary. I wasn't expecting it. And yet it was a lovely touch, just a touch, a sprinkling and a seasoning of those strings to come in and just give us a little bit of an autumnal gown of orchestration to kind of wrap things up there really, really nicely. I think that was a really wonderful track to listen to. And like I said, a nice one for myself at this particular point and with my particular scenery. But I think it's just, it could work in any scenery. It's the first breath of springtime, and a warm wind picks up the fallen blossom and sails in circles down the street. A lady cycles past with her hair in braids as they're pulling down the awning to the train station cafe. I'm alive and I'm thankful for this time. I also like the way that she, of course, sets a scene in a most literal way for this time. 6 o'clock summer afternoon. Next door's kids are playing in the yard. I'm doing the dishes at the window, and the radio's playing Superstar. So we're really not just giving visual, but also what is she actually listening to here from this perspective. And the sun falls down in the garden next door, but two young boys are fighting till a woman appears at the door. Mama's coming. And the fires in the fog and the falling leaves under October skies. You walked me home in the cold after closing time. As the leaves rush by, how I want to be loved, how I need to be loved. Now that I've found you, I'd do anything for you. In the forest of angels, that's where we laid you down. And I can hear whispers when the first frost falls on the ground. You're alive, just be thankful for this time. So, thankful for the time that she had with this particular person. As to me, unless I'm misreading, it's implied here that this person had passed, this person had died. Now, seasons are quite subject to meanings when it comes to life and death. Spring, birth; summer, life; autumn, the downfall, or the older age, and then winter's typically symbolic of death. So you even get a little bit of that here in the music, in that cycle that continually goes on and on. And of course, she's looking back, as she says, it's the first breath of springtime in the present. She's looking back, perhaps to when she lost this person. But then, of course, autumn will return. And in that, the memories of this person will come back in such a more anniversary kind of way. But she says, that person's still alive in their memories, or in her memories. And she's thankful for that little bit of time. That's at least how I, read that. And of course, the album title, Seasons of My Soul, it's really kind of given me a little bit more of that as well. I thought that was a nice, lovely track to listen to. Let me know what you all thought of it down below. Sheldon, thank you so much for the support and for the request as well. I appreciate that. Thank you all for the suggestions. Hope you have a lovely day out there. Thank you for being here. Come back tomorrow, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.